Fire alarm goes off. Right, item 2119.1 to receive apologies for absence. We have received apologies. Do we need to vote on this again, Clark, please? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so the motion then is to accept the apologies from Councillor Tolver. Those in favour? Those against? Can I just make a comment there? That we're not doing this for any other reason than that we need to follow standing orders. And these things have not been done properly in the past, and they need to be done properly from now on in. Because there's no point in having standing orders if you ignore them. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
If Councillor told she arrived late, then I think it's perfectly acceptable to accept apologies Thursday. It's just late and not attending.
Yes, if he turns up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he turns up.
Did he say he was going to be there?
He said he didn't know he was going to make it.
So, right, okay, so it's not coming. Okay.
Can I just say something in mitigation of my vote to accept his apology? But if he gave a reason, I don't think it's appropriate for it to be broadcast to all members of the public.
It doesn't have to be, so long as there's a reason. You don't have to announce it in the public. I understand where you're going with that one.
Actually, you wouldn't need to say what's wrong with you. It's quite clear that you've got to say what the illness is. I can prove it. Say I'm ill.
Okay. Item 2119.2 to note declarations of interest and requests for dispensation to discuss and vote on a matter in which a member or co-opted member has a disclosable pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest. Does that apply to any councillor here? Okay, so no. Item 2119.3, this is the open forum where comments and questions concerning any items on the agenda can be put to the council by the public during this period. Matters which, in the chairman's view, require debate and or discussion will be referred to the next committee council meeting as appropriate. The public forum is restricted to 15 minutes unless the chairman allows otherwise. So, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody has any questions about anything on the agenda, please ask them now. Okay, no questions? Right, item 2119.4 to approve and sign the minutes of the Planning and Environment Committee meeting of the 18th of May. So we have 3 pages, I think, no, 2 pages. Well, there's a third one, so we'll have to go through it as well. So any objections to page 1?
Yeah.
Page 2?
No.
And page 3 is just nothing at all, really. Okay, so can we have a proposer, please, to accept those minutes? So Councillor Sampson proposes. May I have a seconder? Councillor Julie Smith seconds. So can we have a vote, please? All those in favour of accepting? Unanimous. Okay, item 2119.5 to approve and sign the minutes of the Planning and Environment Committee meeting of the 15th of June. Page 1? No? Page 2. Okay, may I have a proposer to accept those minutes? Councillor John Smith. May I have a seconder? Councillor Sampson. All in favour? Unanimous. Okay, thank you. Right, item 2119.6 to consider the planning application 21-3140M demolition of the existing front conservatory single-storey front extension with retractable canopy and seating area, alterations to elevation windows, installation of a new external metal staircase to the rear with a small roof dormer to allow access to the roof storage area, 90 Wilmslow Road, Handforth. Comments, councillors?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm fully in support of this application because it looks a mess currently and it can only be improved on.
I concur with Councillor Smith. That's what I was going to say. It's going to improve the look of the building completely.
Yes, it's for those people who don't know. This is the just the Indian restaurant on the corner, which looks terrible at the moment. And yes, my only concern was when I was driving along and I was trying to imagine what that looked like as you came to the traffic lights and being able to see traffic from the right. I don't trust traffic lights, so I always look, just make sure there's something coming. But I don't think it will. But yes, it looks lovely. It really does look nice. Okay.
I believe that it's going to be a Mediterranean restaurant.
Oh right, okay. That'd be interesting.
Jafra have actually picked up their woks and moved into the railway.
Oh yes, and yeah, they're in there now, aren't they? Yeah. Okay.
Recommended as well.
Yes, I know, we've already tried it. For anybody that hasn't. Very good. Okay, can we vote on this then, please? Can I have a proposer? Councillor Sampson proposes we accept, seconded. Councillor John Smith. All those in favour of accepting it? Yeah, unanimous. Item 21.19.7, to consider the planning application 21.3197M, which is a single-storey side extension and garage conversion and new roof, 8 Langley Drive, Handforth.
Chair, could I make a comment on this?
Yep.
And 2 people have objected because these houses are linked detached, and what this planning application is for is to turn it into a semi-detached, not a link detached. And under the planning rules, I was reading it today, it shouldn't be allowed to go ahead.
That's not my understanding of that, because there will be a gap between the wall of the garage and the house at number 10.
Not according to the plans, Councillor Smith.
Well, that's what I've been told by the residents at number 10. I've spoken to them about this because they contacted me because they were concerned, and my concern was that all the houses on that row, I think there's 6 of them, they've all had extensions.
Yes, but all at the back, not at the front. And
no, the one at number 12 is at the side, but it doesn't abut onto anything. But you know, they have to apply for the party wall conditions anyway before they can go ahead and start building it. So you know, the residents at number 10 have got to agree to it.
Oh right, so they object.
Yeah, it's a link detached, it's linked by the garage.
Right.
But a lot of properties on that estate have done exactly what they're planning to do. It's not obvious from the front of the properties, but I've been in a couple that have done exactly that, and there is a gap between the garage wall and the gable end of the house next door.
And it's turning it into a semi when the estate
I've no
is.
idea. I've no idea.
No, that was my concern as well, because I was reading. Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, there will be a gap, and that was the residents of number 10 that told me that.
Okay. Well, can we check on that in some way, Clark? I'd rather not.
No, only that.
It's not.
They'll have to, if they are using, they have to apply for permission for the owners of number 10 to use the party wall, and if the owners of number 10 say no, then it's a non-starter anyway. So, yeah, unless there's a gap, and if there's a gap, then they're quite happy to allow that. Yeah, well, it wouldn't, no.
Okay, well,
So,
I think can we have a proposer then for this?
I'll propose it.
Okay, councillor Julie Smith proposes, second.
Second.
Those in favour? 2. Those against?
I'm abstaining on the objections because our currently on the plan.
And you are saying,
I'm objecting, I'm against. Okay, item 2119.8, which is to consider the planning application 212189M new shop front, existing windows and dwarf wall, blah, 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 blah. 111 Wilmslow Road, it's already happened.
Can I just say on this one, I'm a bit confused.
Well, not the
because
only one.
When you look on the planning application, the planning officer is recommending refusal.
Well, they're in a bit of a mess then, aren't they, because they've knocked the front out.
Well, the planning officer, Catherine Fengor, stated on the 25th of June that she recommended refusal on the grounds that there is insufficient information submitted with the application to allow that to determine whether there'd be likely to be a significant loss of amenity in the locality caused by odours and noise associated with the proposed A3 use. Now, I didn't think they had to apply for planning
no,
for
I
change of use,
don't
so I
think
don't
anymore, no.
understand.
No, they don't apply within a bracket of A1 to A4.
Right, so can they still go ahead and do
I
it?
don't see what's stopping them to be perfectly honest.
Right. I mean, like Sue said, they've
Already done it.
They've already done it.
It's finished, well,
So unless testing
More or
reports
less.
you're actually going to get involved in some way, shape or form, which they won't. Not
right.
If you consider what happened over the road, the burger place, I just turned into a burger place overnight. It's,
well, I think it looks rather nice anyway. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but they should have waited for planning.
They should have waited for permission first.
who does these days?
Sorry?
Who does these days?
What's the point of having a planning?
Exactly.
So do we have to vote on this or not?
If you were in favour, well, would you recommend refusal or recommend no objection?
Okay, well, we'll have a vote. Can I have a proposer then?
I propose that we have no objections.
Okay, fair enough.
Then, if we do go ahead,
Yeah,
it's.
okay. So can I have a seconder for councillor Smith's proposal? Councillor Sampson, those in favour to accept councillor Smith's proposal that we do not object? In favour? Okay, fair enough. Unanimous. 2119.9 to consider planning application 213275M, advert consent for signs displayed on a business premises and related to that business, main sign and 4 fascia signs, Handforth Dean Retail Park, Outfit King, Kiln Croft Lane, Handforth. I believe, isn't this one that they've reduced from 5 to 4?
I don't know, it's advertising JD Sports,
They've taken over.
They've taken over Outfit.
so
Yeah,
the outfit, so
I don't see anything wrong with it personally. I don't have
it's
any
in
objection.
keeping with the other retail.
Yes, exactly so. Okay, can I have a proposer to accept that, please? Councillor Julie Smith proposes. May I have a seconder? Councillor Sampson seconds it. All those in favour of accepting? Unanimous. And finally, item 2119.10 to consider the planning application 213457M, 2-storey side elevation, 9 Delamere Road, Handforth. Any comments, councillors? No?
It's,
It,
I feel it's an end house. And they're building in the garden.
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, and given that elsewhere on the estate, they're trying to build a full house in a garden, I'd rather just have an extension than
Okay,
a full house.
okay.
So, no objections.
Proposer, please. Councillor Sampson proposes, seconder.
I'll second it.
Councillor Julie Smith seconds. All those in favour? Unanimous. Thank you. Close the planning and environment committee. No, it's just a planning committee now. Close the meeting is 19:13. Thank you very much.
I'll just make one point.
Right.
And now, as you were reading the agenda, can we agree that the position is chair, not chairman, in all usage? Not chairman in here, because I know you're not a man. So I'm just saying that if we use the term chair, it just.
No, it's just.
I think it's anachronistic.
Well, I don't object to being called a chairman. I'm not bothered. I'm sure Councillor Sampson isn't. You're a chairman.
Stop being so pedantic.
No, I don't like the use of chair anyway. Sounds like an item that you sit on. No, I prefer chairman personally. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
And you part A.
Part A first, yeah.
So will you announce that to the public then, please?
Oh, right, we'll do part A first and then we're going to
2121 to see the board instructions.
I think we're aware of the position on that.
Do you need another vote?
I'll use the previous vote.
We're happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
2122, so declarations of interest, request for dispensation, discuss and vote on the matter in which member or not member has disposable.
Non-chairman.
No.
Chair finally say no objection. Ashley? Objection, yeah. 2123, forum public comment questions concerning items on this agenda. May vote to the council on Open forum, comment and questions concerning items on the agenda which may be put to the council by the public during this period. Matters on which the chairman's view require debate and or discussion will be referred to the next committee meeting as appropriate. Public forum is restricted to 15 minutes unless the chairman allows otherwise. Does any member of the public have any comments? Actually?
Part B, 2124, Part B, we are excluded from the meeting, and it's regarding the co-option of council. I understand that Part B, we have to be removing the room because there's the confidential and personal information given, but I'm just wondering what personal information is going to be given. And someone just wants to be brought into the
It's under Part B. That's what we have to. I think we had this discussion at the last meeting where there was a Part B item which we don't discuss in front of the public on any issue.
To clarify, we're not asking you to remove yourselves either. We'll go.
We're leaving and we're never coming back.
And there might be some personal details that come up.
Sorry? Yeah.
So, sorry, can I just ask you to say that again? I couldn't hear, there was chat.
I know co-option is different than somebody running an election, but I would have thought that the information that they were giving about themselves will be similar and not the sensitive nature. That's the only reason why I have a question.
It's for the
the councillors to actually determine, and that's what we will be doing in the,
Yes, I understand that.
which is why it's under a part B, yes.
Councillor Smith, I think you should make it known how many applicants there are.
Yes, we had, that's true, that will come out as we
Okay.
make the decision. Any more questions? Ian?
In connection with agenda item B, that's all I'm going to refer to item B. The vacancies that under item B were created by resignations under notoriously mysterious circumstances of certain councillors. The monitoring officer and reported by Windloco UK have both reported that the investigations have been ongoing for 1 year now, since July last year. The monitoring officer also reported that we received many complaints from Handforth residents about councillors' behaviours, and that some of these may be leading to some very serious situations and allegations. I have heard and know of no complainant who has yet received any meaningful feedback from the monitoring officer or anybody else on what happened, why those mysterious circumstances were so mysterious, and just to clarify what actually went on. And not least, because our clerk's reputation might still be under something of a cloud, given what happened, until such time as this is out in the public domain and can be seen very clearly to be no fault whatsoever of our clerk. Can the council please give us whatever feedback you have received to date on this issue from the monitoring officer?
I'll just work backwards.
Yeah.
As far as the clerk's reputation is concerned, I think it's fair to say that he has been completely exonerated. And it's acceptable for me to say that, is it, Ashley? Yeah, he's been completely exonerated by Cheshire East. So that's not a concern. The open vacancy on the South Ward now is due to the resignation of Councillor Burkill. The previous resignation from Councillor Brewerton has been filled by the election back in April by Councillor Julius. Sorry. I beg your pardon.
No, no.
I beg your pardon. Yes, that's the election that is currently underway. Yes. The previous election was, of course, as we know, about the self-disqualification. As far as the response that has been received regarding the investigation, we are still unable to comment on that. I can agree that we have received information back from the investigator, but we are not able currently to make any comments on that. We hope to do so as soon as possible.
Ian's point, perhaps he should say something
Yes.
by now. We've got one ex-councillor still blindly, Ashley, and others.
Yes, what I would say is, that there is, we have been requesting it. There has been an administrative delay. I don't believe it is a ploy. I think it's purely an administrative delay, which is what we have been given from the investigator, who, it can be guaranteed, is on our side from the comments that I made. But unfortunately, we can't go into detail as yet under the terms. Once we do, it will be published. One of the responses is over 500 pages. So they have gone into a great deal of detail, and rest assured that everyone and his brother in Handforth will be welcome to a copy that I get. I hope that answers your question.
I don't think you should say that.
No, we'll leave that one. Leave on. I think